through that, technically.
Yeah, maybe
Yep.
that's
We
why
ran
Felix
into.
doesn't try and put down Bjorn.
Well, my first adventure currently is called Forgotten Virtue. And it basically is that relics were disappearing from churches, and the police couldn't find anything. And in the end, someone who remembered that Alexander was a
Give it to
man who did something good once
give it
came
to
and
me.
asked him for help because no one else, everyone in the church was looking, but strangely, no one in the church could find anything. They needed
Mm.
someone from outside the church.
Did you have a blurb, by the way?
Yes, I do.
Do
I'll
you want
just
to
read
start
that
with?
then.
Yeah.
When holy relics vanish, Alexander is asked to investigate. But will the Holy Knight succeed when a corrupt clergy broke? When the corrupt clergy broker for the aid of a greater demon? Because the clergy is corrupt. They summon a demon to get him off their trail
I
and
see.
keep their sorcerous power.
Mm.
And now you get to either complicate things, such as getting captured. You get to solve something, or you get to solve something and complicate something.
Hmm. All right. So we have disappearing
Escape
artifacts,
season 61, yeah.
a corrupt clergy, and a demon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Corrupt clergy have been taking artifacts and doing stuff with them. A demon has been summoned to deal with me. That's a problem. Finding the stuff is a problem, like
Uh-huh.
there's
Potentially,
Mhm.
potentially, I would. The first thing I'm thinking my character would do is that if there's demon summoning going on,
Mhm.
that is something that he might have felt or started looking into on his own a little bit. Like there's something here that he might have picked up on, and he could help you with that aspect, probably.
Mhm.
Um,
Let's see here. Its suggestions, for example, a description of a complication could be trying to save a girl. Michael starts a giant monster fight. Or Thomas gets captured by the monsters.
oh,
Solving could be
so,
Murphy travels with Harry to the Never Never, watching his back. Or
huh.
Billy and the Alphas take out some foes to buy time for Harry.
So how about Felix tries to put the artifacts in a museum? You know, like that thing is sort of what he wants. Like back to an old dusty church, but it should be studied and
Does that
categorized.
help me, or do you just want to?
That probably
Because that
stops or
sounds more like
like
you opposing
it's
the
more like it
people of.
trouble or complicates something.
I'd probably say that complicates the ending of it all. Like you wanted to get back to the church, and
Right, but
well, no, the wizards
we
walked
should
off
make
of it.
sure that we don't end up on different teams here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the easiest thing for him to help out would be to like go after one of the sorcerer's clergymen. Yes, and these coins belong in a museum.
So that could be something like, let's see here. What would be complicating and solving? Mash up ideas by putting later between them. Murphy comes to Harry's stump by mysterious case. Later, she helps him fight with a beast in a
Mm-hmm.
department store.
Hmm. How would our characters cross paths? Because that's like really the thing
So you
here.
could do like, well, I mean, if you're known to be a dude wizard, then I might come be like, hey, wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that I found your door, and that probably means something.
It would make sense that you'd
Have you heard of
if
our Lord and Savior?
it
It's like please don't.
Not now.
it would make sense
But it
that
could be
someone in
something
the
like, like Felix learns of missing relics.
Mm-hmm.
Later, he helps Alexander battle a demon, or.
Right. Might it
Or
be that those...
sniff out a sorcerer? Because I don't have
or-
the sight. You have the sight.
I do have the sight. It could also be that these relics, like they stole from the church, yes, but they also stole. Like they've probably gathered up a lot of stuff, right?
You could
Maybe
do
they...
like you could complicate by saying, trying to uncover the mystery. Felix, unravels a greater plot, or something like that. You also think what kind of aspect you're looking for to create for yourself.
Hmm.
If you want to be badass demon kick demon butt, or you want to do investigation, or
Yeah, I think
corrupt
I, th-
clergyman,
I think an investigation aspect could be interesting, but I also like the idea of battling the demon, because that's like what is in this situation here that your character would have the most problem with.
that would probably be finding the people, like
Finding the people.
like going into the church clergy and then be like, this guy did it,
Hmm.
because I have no real way of doing that except like if God helps me, but that only takes me so far.
Hmm.
Maybe God wanted us to meet each other and work together so that in the future something,
When God interferes.
God makes a test.
uh, hmm.
So it could be something like let's see here. I mean, it just has to be like a short sentence, and we'll sort of talk out the
Hmm.
like the aspect will basically determine the important thing. It could be something like you know, well, it could really just be that Felix, sniffs out the clergy sorcerer.
Sure, sure. Felix helps tracking the dark magics.
I'll actually just write down here that you're guest starring in my story. It's Felix Strauss and Bjorn Olsen.
Because Bjorn is easier, maybe. I mean, he's a bazooka.
Yeah,
You just point him at something, he charges in.
yeah, pretty much. There's a dude in there that says you're a wimp. You gonna take that? Hold my jacket. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. So what aspect would you be looking to get from this?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, some sort of investigative aspect is probably a reasonable thing. Um, like, then again, like opposer of sorcery, because that's kind of what's going on here. Right?
Be like, yeah, I suppose, yeah. Or it could be something about the law breaking aspect of things.
Hmm.
Because you've like seen and probably fought like a lawbreaker or.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, like the distaste for darkness or something like that. You know, he really doesn't like the dark magics because he sees what it does with people. In a way, it corrupts them. And battling a demon and a group of corrupt, like sorceress priests would certainly like do that, to him. That could be an aspect you could take on, like, yeah, despicable darkness detester. You other two have any suggestions?
Nothing that comes to mind.
Well, let's see here. You track down clergy. So it could be something related to that scene. Like maybe it's something that, because that's basically a dangerous place, right? Because they're all very, very tight together, and they don't believe that one another would do something like that. So you sort of need to be very tactful when engaging in that sort of investigation.
Tread softly. Carry a big stick.
Easy steps, soft words, perhaps? Or drastic measures to do the deed? Or, I mean, how you dealt with it, like, that's really up to you in a way, so...
Right.
The character would deal with it, so...
I mean, his first instinct would indeed be to crush them.
That could indeed be it, then. Think with your gut, crush them with rock.
Crushed with rock. Yeah, it's like kill it with fire, but crush darkness.
Could be something about no forgiveness for sorcery, or you can think about it a little bit. Well, we can go to Bjorn while you're. Have you thought about what you would be doing, Halldamir? What sentence would you add?
Could you post a blurb in the chat so I can look at it?
Yeah, I think that'd be easier.
Character sheet. Post it.
I think Bjorn is. Here's what he is. He's the bazooka of Doom. He will run in for a fight. He would quite happily fight something that people think would be dangerous. He would be the type to go.
But how would I like find you? How can?
Yeah, I don't
think
about that.
I would know.
I'm
like
trying to think.
The wizard I would know somewhat because he's a wizard of the White Council. But
well, yeah,
Bearman.
Possibly the. Maybe the one of the two ways. Maybe either your prayers. I know, like prayers can send you in the right direction. Could have bumped into Bjorn.
I mean, you could accidentally have met the demon or the priest or something.
Yeah, it could have been like.
I just imagine he was like out getting a pizza.
Yeah.
And then just saw this like running down the streets with like magic flying after them, like, and then priests shouting like.
He kind of just puts down the slice of pizza in the box, puts it to like on top of a bin, and just starts like casually walking afterwards. Like,
I mean, you could say trying to buy a pizza. Bjorn fights the demon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The demon comes. Actually, the demon has been like hit by one of my spells, so it comes hurtling in through the window or something. Just crashes into the.
Smashes the pizza plate.
Yep. And he's
It
like,
was a
my
gas
pizza!
explosion. But,
My pizza! Roar! I like it.
Yeah.
Buying a pizza.
There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reference in there somewhere. Unable to buy pizza, Bjorn helps. Or Bjorn unable to buy his pizza. Bjorn fights the demon. It's like what?
Trying to buy a pizza. Bjorn fights a demon. Fights
Yeah.
the demon.
Fights the demon. Yeah.
that was random. It's a bear fighting a demon now. I'm
know.
sure why.
It is the will of the Lord, sure.
God delivers.
Why the fuck is there a bear in Berlin? I'm so confused.
I gotta learn to not question these things. After a while. Anything that could surprise me now would be like a rich dragon.
As opposed to a poor homeless
You
dragon.
guys post in the chat what you did as well, because then I'll add that to my story too.
Yeah.
But I still need to get Felix in there somehow.
Like because you were unable to find pizza.
Yeah.
I think he meant your part in the story, not your story.
Oh, sorry.
Because we'll
Yeah.
get to that in a moment.
Just remove this. If I can.
I don't think you can.
Oh,
But
well.
just put your part in the story anyway.
Uh,
The band Berlin sounds like a sexy novel to me.
You know, would you be
Yes.
surprised to find that guy outside in like he's a bear some of the time. She's a white-clawed vampire.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I need to get a blurb in about me there, and I don't know. My head is standing still on my part of this. It was much easier coming up with Haldamir's for me. It's usually like this. For me, it's very hard to come up with my own.
Let's see here.
I mean, we could do like a Deus Ex Machina thing, like Sense in Darkness. Felix joins the hunt.
Could be.
Or maybe, like, sensing the power of the demon, Felix manages to
Located and come to the rescue.
yeah.
Felix providing vital leads to the secret hideout of the relics.
The thing is, you don't really have to resolve what you suggest your character does. You can just imply things. You can say, you come to the rescue. How? Who the fuck knows?
So,
Did.
supplying vital clues to the
Investigation.
yeah. Supplying because he would be. He has divination. He's good at researching. He knows a lot. He's a good investigator.
But dungeons and
Yes, they are probably in the old catacombs.
no.
It is dark and full of terrors.
And the Lord will guide us.
Yeah, maybe the clergy are brokering the aid for this demon with something stolen from the museum.
Yeah.
Maybe the demon stole something from the museum.
But that's a really long thing to put into like a
Yeah, but
3
you
word
don't
thing.
need to. You just like put. Yeah, it's fine if you say that you know that Felix gives vital information to the investigation.
Something like, but the clergy made the mistake to take an important artifact from the museum, causing Felix to join in and provide vital leads.
So narratively, my thing is the first one. Story wise. Justice before food. Sure. That works. You don't actually want to sleep because you can't wait to go deal some justice. Vigilante bear.
Maybe.
Yeah, that works. I will put it here. So we know about this case that the clergy summon a demon. The demon at one point is being blasted through a pizza store where it fights a bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point, well, probably earlier than the bear fight, it's probably like if they do that, I'm really in a shit position to do anything. So they go ahead and rob the museum. And then the next scene we see the demon is being blasted through the pizza store.
Yep.
You know, it's howling. Right. Yeah, I think this is a great phase aspect for this thing because that does sound pretty obvious that that God does not play with dice. He sends wizards and bears to come deal with the problems.
I will. I can also work for the aspect I had in mind, which was Felix ex machina.
Sure. All right. Well, that makes my story.
What was the title of the story?
The title of the story right now is Forgotten Virtue.
Let's see here. Alexander Patera. And Bjorn Olsen.
Okay, can I butt in again?
Yeah.
Of course.
Malachi, how would you invoke God does not play with dice? How would
Whenever
you-
there's chance involved, for one way or another.
would that be compelled like in the same way? How could that be bad for you? If it can be. Not all aspects
Because I
can be
do
bad, of
not
course.
believe in chance. Which means that I might disregard odds against us. Suppose it would be compelled to being headstrong.
Maybe intolerant towards anything that really.
We can't fight. We can't fight the Queen of Fairy. And I'm like, well, we will try, and God will have our aid. Because
It is not chance that put us here, but fate.
yeah,
Halldamir,
Yeah.
how would you use justice before food to your advantage?
I don't know. I can swim
bonus
without
checks
cramping.
when you make those endurance checks to survive without food and sleep.
There you go. Yeah. Without food or sleep. Yeah, he gets bonus checks.
I don't know. My thought is it's as much food as means comfort.
Yeah.
Which could be invoked or argued
So,
for.
so if someone is in danger, you would put your own well-being, as
Behind.
the last priority.
Yeah, yeah. Like he will devoid himself of nourishment.
He had a pizza, but there was a demon there.
Yeah, he had a pizza in his
So
hand.
of course he had to fight the demon. He couldn't just let it go and let the other people deal with it.
Yeah, no, he needed to enact some justice. However, when justice is done, he can go and get his pizza.
Justice first, then food.
So it would be like a
Justice and pizza.
Justice and
disregard for personal convenience, or for personal necessities, even.
Yeah, he
Like,
could power.
I'm hurt, but there's justice to be delivered. I will not take a breather.
Yeah.
It could be both good and bad. Okay.
Disregard for what was the wording that you just used?
Personal inconvenience. Or personal convenience, even. Also, just as a general comment for the people in the chat, try to be kind of careful with spoilers. We're kind of intentionally setting this in like a different continent and all, so that certain things, like story happenings, are not canon here.
These books are too good for you to spoil them for anyone.
Yes.
That would just be cruel.
You know, facts are fine, but the big like book twists or whatever, just keep them to yourself. Disregard for personal convenience. I like that. That says what it does.
So, Jonas, I suppose.
Well, the use of the Ex Machina is a sudden and unexpected solution to a problem that otherwise would be unsolved. That would be the easiest to invoke. Like there is a very strange problem here. Well, I might just have just the thing, even though it's somewhat contrived that I have it.
Do I have the potion that I need just now?
How would this Deus Ex Machina, like, how would it look? Like, do you actually pull out like this magical gadget that you just conveniently made for this situation, or like how would you do it?
It's more like, God damn it, this door is locked, we can't get in. I'm like, well, I do have this bobby pin, or like the door just falls off suddenly. Like what? What happened? I don't know, luck, I guess.
So it would be so it would be very close to like the things that God does for people.
Yeah,
in a sense.
But this is me doing it for people instead. Like me again, like something like he just so happens that he knows or has what's needed. Basically a luck thing. We did talk before. It might have a dog that does it instead.
That works out of the way then.
That
as
also
Felix
works.
joins the fight, the dog.
Yeah, the dog. I'm on a vacation. Like me, Felix and Felix, the double F's of Berlin.
Do you think that could be compelled as well?
I'm not sure. I mean, it means like a god from the machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's literal.
Maybe.
That would be terrible.
And the machine god.
And blasphemous.
The Omnissiah.
It's not blasphemy if it's true, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
What I'm talking about.
You don't understand. Truth has nothing to do with it.
And that's where the keep of the skeptic circle comes in.
The septic circle. That's probably what his haughty professor, the evil professor, calls it. The septic circle.
The skeptic circle comes in, where Felix has to explain how truth is a factual concept or whatever. Well, yes, we cannot know everything. Certain things are just fact.
I'm not sure how I would compel Felix Ex Machina. I liked it as a wordplay, but maybe that's all it is, and maybe I should throw it away. The problem is I'm not exactly sure what to take away from this story as an aspect. I don't have anything like the Justice Before Pizza. It's just that's good, you know.
I mean, your role in the story is pretty open. Join the fight, whether that's like fist fighting the demon or
thrower of demons.
Thrower of demons.
I mean, it is his like blast that blasts the demon through the pizza shop.
You could certainly take something like
So maybe you could have something that refers to unnecessary destruction.
Tested in battle or
unnecessary destruction.
I mean, that could both be invoked and compelled. I'm just.
It could, certainly could. Like his magic is very.
You could say collateral damage is a secondary, problem. Or
Maybe an aspect that is like that you don't half-ass things. You do them good or not at all.
You punch hard
Yeah.
or not at all. Punch hard or not at all.